Hey guys, this is Coach KP, and today I am going to share with you 5 mistakes that I have made in my personal development journey. I hope learning about these mistakes and the tips that I share on how I overcome them or overcame them in the past will help you in your personal development journey. So if you like this video, like, comment, and subscribe to my channel so we can raise the vibration of this planet one video at a time. Mistake number 1. Expecting too much to change too soon. When we start out in our journey by reading personal development material, watching videos, and talking to people about personal development, and we experience small shifts in our thinking, it is natural for us to think that a lot of things have changed. Then the ego gets in our way and we get too complacent about diligently working towards what it takes to bring a lasting change. And when the dust settles, we find ourselves doing the exact same things as before, and this upsets us. I have done this so many times that to counter this mistake, I remind myself these days that change is a process. It takes a long time for our patterns to shift, and that is okay for things to move slow. And this has helped me tremendously. Mistake number 2, expecting others to play along. When I understand a concept for the first time, I tend to incessantly want to share it with others, hoping that they would understand it also. For example, when I first learned about the inner child healing, I was so excited that I went around telling everyone about this new concept that I learned, and when people did not share the same enthusiasm as me, I felt disconnected and frustrated with them as well as myself. What I do these days to counter this feeling is I only share with those people that share things with me. I have found that a good way to do this is to tell just a little about my experience with people and see how this person reacts. If they react positively, enthusiastically, and share the same experiences with me, I share a little bit more and see if this conversation flows. If not, I simply drop the topic. At the end of the day, communication is about connecting with other people and not about pushing our agendas on them. Mistake number 3, not listening to your gut feelings. Most of the bad experiences I have had in the past was due to me not listening to or ignoring my gut feelings or my instincts. These days, I have a rule. When my gut tells me something, it is most likely right and I follow it. In the rare case that it is wrong, it is still right because it saves me from so much anxiety that I would feel otherwise if I ignored it. Things just go so much more smoothly when you go in the direction that your gut is telling you to go. Mistake number 4, getting lazy with our routine. In our early journey, it is very easy to continue thinking in the same pattern that did not get us anywhere all this while, even when we think we know better. Same goes for acting the way we do not want to act or saying the things that we do not want to say. I have found that this happens when we let our guard down and get lazy about applying in our lives what we have learned in our journey. I believe that the best way to counter this is to just watch yourself make these mistakes again and again and not judge yourself or your actions, but vow to change it the next time it happens. So the counter to this is just staying in the moment and staying true to your goals and your journey in the face of slip-ups. Mistake number 5, looking for change without a replacement. This is one of the most sneaky ways that gets in our personal development progress. So many times I tried to get out of habits that did not serve me by trying to bulldoze past the habit without a real replacement of it. I understood this mistake that I was constantly making when I read the book The Power of Habit. In this book, the author talks about how habit is made up of the cue, the routine, and the reward. And to effectively change a habit, you need to find a replacement to the routine part of this puzzle. I will give you a real life example of how I use this concept to counter my challenge. I successfully got out of the habit of spending time watching TV by reading physical books. How I did this was I started ordering physical copies of the books that were on my reading list, and I would literally put them on the coffee table in front of my TV in piles. Soon, instead of turning the TV on when I felt like I wanted to watch something, I started reading these books instead. In the beginning, this was in conjunction with watching some TV afterwards, but after a while, the need to watch TV was just no longer there because the material in the books were much more compelling and interesting to me, and I had set an intention to get away from watching TV. So it all worked out. It took me a while to find a way to do this, and Kindle books just did not work for me for some reason, because even when I was doing that with Kindle books, the intention was there, but when I tried it with physical books, something shifted and the change occurred naturally. So those were the 5 mistakes that I have made in my personal development journey and some tips on how I countered them. I would love to hear from you about the mistakes that you have made in your personal development journey. Please put that in the comments section. And for today, let's set an intention that we let go of things that no longer serve us.